A Chinese woman attempts to eat pizza with a pair of chopsticks, while a male voiceover gives her directions. This clip, posted on Dolce & Gabbana's social media accounts, sparked fury in China, with accusations of racism and cultural ignorance. If they continue to adopt this vicious attitude, then of course we can't accept it, and we need to boycott the brand. But if they apologize and truly recognize their mistakes, it would be understandable. We think Dolce & Gabbana's ad was biased and showed misunderstanding towards China. We feel very uncomfortable when we see it. To make matters worse, the brand's co-founder Stefano Gabbana, known for being outspoken, later appeared to insult Chinese people in a private chat on Instagram. The designer later claimed his account had been hacked. In a statement, Dolce & Gabbana described the events as unfortunate. But the damage was done. Calls for a boycott ensued. The Chinese government even weighed in, calling out the fashion house for lacking respect. All in all, a PR disaster. China is a huge market for Dolce & Gabbana. A recent study shows that consumers there account for a third of global spending on luxury goods. The brand had been hoping to make a major splash with its Shanghai fashion show. Instead, it's managed to become the talk of the town, for all the wrong reasons.
Now, the backlash in China is strong and the fallout is growing. And to take us through this a little bit more, we have DW social media editor Carl Nasman here. Carl, Italian luxury meets one of the world's largest consumer markets here. How much trouble is Dolce & Gabbana in?
Yeah, they're in trouble. We could put it that way. They're in trouble. Dolce & Gabbana, these ads are not being received well in China. We can start by just showing you some of the fallout on Chinese social media, where many are calling out the company. And you can see that even includes the company's own brand ambassador in China. His name is Carrie Wang. Here he is publicly actually resigning from that post with a scathing letter that he just posted to Weibo, that's China's version of Twitter. And Estelle Chen, she's a Chinese-French model, speaking out here as well. She says of the company, you don't love China, you love money. China is rich, but also rich in values and culture, and the Chinese won't spend a penny on a brand that does not respect that. There's been plenty of backlash from Chinese citizens as well who saw these ads, and that can be summed up pretty well in a really well-done parody video of those ads. Here's a little bit of it. Take a look.
Chinese 包子. Welcome to the Dolce & Gabbana Inspired Show. Eat with fork and knife, episode 1. Today we are going to show you.
You can see there on the right, the parody video, kind of the opposite, right? A Western man struggling to eat Chinese food with a knife and fork. You know, how do I do this? Of course, the joke is it's ridiculous that Chinese people wouldn't know how to eat pizza, right? As for those original ads, they've been taken down now in China, but they are still available right now. I just checked before the show. They're on Dolce & Gabbana's Instagram account. They're still up.
So their own spokespeople are coming out, consumers are coming out here, the parody video is right there, pretty funny. What does Dolce & Gabbana itself have to say? They're still running the ads, you said. They don't seem very receptive.
No, the company did release an official statement on some of its social media channels. You could kind of call it a semi-apology. Here's a bit from that letter. It says in part, what happened today was very unfortunate, not only for us, but also for the people who worked day and night to bring this event, referring to that canceled fashion show, to life. From the bottom of our hearts, we'd like to express our gratitude to our friends and our guests. I mean, what's missing from this statement, right? The words, I'm sorry? Yeah, you don't find it there. Now the company is in more trouble yet again. Apparently, screenshots have surfaced that allegedly show a conversation with Stefano Gabbana in which he makes more insulting comments about China. He says that's not him, that his account was hacked, but clearly the anger is far from over in China.
And just to be clear, this is an executive from Dolce & Gabbana or an official from the company? Yeah. So what does this potentially mean for the company? Again, one of the world's largest consumer markets here. You probably don't want to anger it. Yeah,
I mean, this could have a pretty big impact on their bottom line. I mean, the company's products, as you mentioned, they've been pulled from online retailers. They're also being pulled off shelves, real shelves, in stores in China as well. And it's a big market for these kind of luxury brands, right? Chinese consumers spent more than $100 billion last year on luxury items. That's nearly 1/3 of the global market. So they really can't afford this kind of bad publicity.
So a lot at stake there. Carl Nasman, DW social media editor, thank you very much.